Hey everybody, good evening. Hey, thank you for joining. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Going live. Thank you guys. Going live. Hey, jumping on a live right now on TikTok. Come join me. Let's talk about the dating pool. Hey. Hey everybody. Thank you for Hey everybody. Thank you for joining. Hey. Hey everybody, thank you for jumping on. Please click the screen to send me hearts and likes. Need all the hearts and likes we can get, so please hold your screen and send your hearts. Send your hearts. Hey, jumping on. Hey there. Come and join me on TikTok. Going live right now. Our topic tonight is the dating pool. Is it contaminated? Is the dating pool contaminated? Jump on and join me live. Hey Michael, how are you? Thank you for joining. Topic tonight is the dating pool. Is it contaminated? I'd love to have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Hey Steve, how are you? Thanks for jumping on. We're talking about the dating pool and it being contaminated. Or are we just afraid to swim? Miss Exterminator. Hey there, thank you for jumping on. So tonight we are talking about the dating pool and if it's contaminated or are we just afraid to swim? Are we afraid to swim because we don't want to give up our competing priorities? Is our life too busy? Do we just prefer singleness? Are we pessimists? Or do we have dating fatigue? Let's talk about it. Hey, Ginger. Hey, user 658 1222 6118. We're talking about the dating pool and it being contaminated. Are we not dating because of safety or concern issues, trust issues, fear, or emotional barriers? Let's talk about it. Hey, Doreen Samuels. Hey, Ask Coach Paula. Thank you for joining. Edward Sutton. Let's talk about it. And while you're joining, send me some hearts. Just tap on your screen and send me some hearts. Need lots of hearts. Need some love. Send me some love. Need some love. Althea MJ, thanks for joining. Barbara, thanks for joining. Our topic tonight is the dating pool contaminated or are we just afraid to swim? Let's talk about it. Some of the things that we know for sure is that, especially, hey, Cheryl, as we get older, we've experienced a lot in dating and love, and sometimes we're resistant to it. So let's talk about why we believe the dating pool is contaminated, or is it really contaminated, or are we just afraid to swim? So let's talk about it. And feel free to send some hearts. Just tap your screen to send some hearts. Hearts are greatly appreciated. Hey, Mamil. I hope I said that right. Thanks for joining. Nicole, thanks for joining. GP, I see you. Thanks for joining. Ryder, thanks for joining. So, topic. Is the dating pool contaminated or are we just afraid to swim? Are we afraid to swim? Hey Gil, Marcus, let's talk about it. Looking for some people to talk about the dating pool. Marcus Barnes, Tony Smith, thanks for joining. Hello,
Gigi, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I am fine. I am good. Thank you.
Hi, Muhammad.
Gigi,
So, how are you? So our topic tonight is the dating pool. Are you currently dating, single, married?
single.
Single. Okay. And tell us about your experiences with dating. And do you feel like the
You single?
pool? I am. Hey, Ashanti. Thank you for joining. I am single.
Oh, you country.
I am in the US.
US. Nice, nice. Good, very good.
Thank you. Thank you. So dating is the dating,
Gigi,
huh? Dating.
US.
Hard.
Thank you. Nice.
Thank you.
You English?
Yes.
You Urdu?
Yes. Hey, Amy, thanks for joining. Hey, Razariz, thanks for joining. Thank you for the battle, Muhammad.
Yes.
Thank you. I'll be sending hearts, like hearts and gifts, and lots of hearts and gifts. Thank you. So, our topic tonight is dating, and is the dating pool contaminated, and or we just afraid to swim in it? So, I want to talk about it. Hey, Kim Andrews, thanks for joining. Kevin Bonelli, thank you for joining. Talk about dating and the dating pool. Where are you, Muhammad?
Gigi,
Gigi? Fiji?
I am Pakistani. मैंने आपको बताया I am Pakistani.
You're Pakistani, so you're in Pakistan, huh?
Yes, yes,
Okay, wonderful. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining from Pakistan.
yes. पाकिस्तानी ही हूँ. पाकिस्तान में ही हूँ.
Okay, great. Thank you for joining. I have a message from somebody, and I'm trying to see who we have joining with us. Some people to jump on so we can talk about dating. So, Muhammad, tell us about dating in Pakistan. How is dating in Pakistan?
Yes, yes.
Yes, dating in Pakistan. Hello. Is it
आप पाकिस्तान आई हैं कभी?
Khalid? Blessing. Thanks for joining.
यू पाकिस्तान कभी आई है कभी यू?
No, no,
ओके.
no, come to Pakistan. Would love to come to Pakistan, but no, come to Pakistan now. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining me on the live. I appreciate you. I will follow you.
थैंक यू.
Thank you. Have a good night.
गुड नाइट टू. थैंक यू.
And let's see who wins. We have 59 seconds left. I guess I can send you hearts. Thanks, Mom.
थैंक यू.
Good night.
ओके, बाय बाय.
Bye bye. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining tonight. Our topic is the dating pool contaminated or are we afraid to swim? So let's talk about the dating pool. Let's talk about if we are afraid to swim in it and some of the challenges or the things that we see that go on with the dating pool. Let's see, a couple of things here. So, a 2020 poll shows that singles are 61% of singles under the age of 50 are not looking to date, and 40% overall said that they have more important priorities like their careers, education, personal goals holding their attention, and around 20% specifically cited they were too busy as the major reason for dating. So why aren't we dating? Is the dating pool truly contaminated, or are we just afraid to swim? Are we afraid to swim? Let's talk about the dating pool. Let's talk about some of the challenges. So for me, I have been open to the dating pool, and I had this conversation with my co-host earlier. One of the challenges that I find with the current dating pool is that I my expectations are different than they were when I was younger, and because they are different, I don't have tolerance for a lot. So I'm really particular at this point in life. Not open to a whole lot of uncertainty, if I can put it that way. Very selective in how I move and who I move with. Where when I was younger, I was really just looking to have fun. I think as we get older, I'm still looking to have fun, but I don't want to. I feel like we are old enough to know what we want. And if we know what we want, we don't need to waste our time on what we don't want. So that is where I am now. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where I am. So, let's talk about it. Is the dating pool truly contaminated, or are we just afraid to swim in it? Couple of things about swimming in the dating pool. I don't think the pool is contaminated. I do think that there are too many people in it. And because there are so many people in it, we all feel like we have multiple options. and that they are endless and that they will continue to be there no matter what happens. And that is not always the truth of the matter. So we really have to be selective about which pool we go swimming in. Is it going to be the public pool? Is it going to be the community pool? Or is it going to be a private pool? So we really need to be selective about the pool that we go swimming in. Yes, I see your comment. Yes. So, yeah, really looking forward to having a discussion about the pool. Come join me and let's talk about the dating pool. The other thing I think in us considering dating and who we want to spend our time with, we really need to be clear about our priorities. And sometimes, if someone does not align with what our life looks like, that can keep us from moving forward in the pool and not diving in head first. Hey, Michael, thanks for joining. Heslick7, thanks for joining. Private. Miss Exterminator, let's talk. I see your comments about yes and private. So the private pool, you're all for the private pool, huh? Yeah, me too. And I think finding, I was talking to my co-host about this earlier, and one of the things that I know about myself now is I don't have to now is I don't have time to, or I have not taken the time to like date multiple people at one time. When I was younger, it was easy to do that. Like I remember at one point in life going on 5 dates in a week with 5 different people and going to dinner and maybe leaving one for dinner and going to meet the other one for cocktails. I don't have the energy to do all of that now. That is not how I want to spend my time. So in the dating pool, what I find myself doing now is if I meet somebody and I feel like we're compatible, I will try to see where that relationship goes versus having multiple people that I'm dating at one time. And the other thing that I do differently now is if I meet somebody and I know right off that it may not be a match, I won't linger or let it linger on. I'll cut it pretty quickly. So that's where I am. Yeah, but that's it. So let's talk about it. Is the dating pool contaminated, or do we, or are we afraid to swim in it? Is it contaminated, or are we afraid to swim in it? Let's talk about it. Love to hear your thoughts and opinions as you jump on. Some of the questions around the dating pool being contaminated, some of the statistics that we found is that sometimes fear and emotional barriers keep us from dating or wanting to date multiple people. And so we have to look at those fears and, see what they are. So let's examine what our fears are that keep us from jumping into the dating pool. If that is a challenge that, we are dealing with. I don't think I have a problem jumping into the pool. I used to dive in head first. Now I kind of put a toe in and see if it's really something I want to do before I move forward. So, things change over time. But our topic tonight is the dating pool. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I am fine.
Good. Thanks for jumping on. Hello,
This is
hello.
my friend. This is my friend.
Hello, my friends. Hello, my
Hello,
friends.
my friend. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Lagi juga lanjut ya.
Can you hear me?
Ya.
About dating.
ये ना वैरायटी भी सही है सारी.
We're talking about dating right now. You single or married? Okay, that was interesting. Um, anyway, so back to the topic, fear of emotions or emotional barriers or something, some of the things that keep us from swimming in the dating pool. And then safety concern and trust issues are definitely something that currently keeps us from jumping into the dating pool. I shared earlier with my co-host, we had a conversation and wish we had gone live with that conversation as we were talking during the day. One of the things that, for me personally, as I've gotten older, I never really feared dating. Of course, I've been selective in who.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you for jumping on. So, talking about the dating pool, are you
Oh,
currently dating?
I haven't talked, let me see, since 2023.
Okay. So,
Yes.
have you been in a long-term relationship since then?
I wouldn't say it's a long-term relationship. It was like on and off. It wasn't really a relationship. Like on and off.
Similar situationship, yeah. Situationship
Yeah,
as well.
situationship, basically.
So the topic tonight and what we are talking about is contamination in the dating pool. And is the dating pool really contaminated, or are we just afraid to swim?
Oh, it's definitely contaminated.
And why do you say that?
It's I think the culture nowadays is a hookup culture. It's more of like it's not people who's actually looking for a relationship. They're more looking into hookups. So it's very toxic.
Okay. So they're not looking for long term, they're just looking for something that's quick, fast, get in and out. We live in a microwave generation.
Yep, very much hookup culture.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so how do we change that? And can we change that? What can we do different to make things differently?
To be honest, I'm not even really looking for um a relationship. Like I'm trying to finish my masters, yada yada yada, and yeah.
Okay, so after your master's, because that's one of the things, we are busy. So we're just like, I'm not doing it because I'm busy with my life. But once everything is done, would you consider a relationship? And if so, would you be willing to jump in or get out there and do work to get there? Or are you just at a point in life where you're like, you know what, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't,
Yeah. I'm not actively searching, but if it happens, it happens.
okay.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That is good. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah. My point of view is kind of similar. I have not been actively seeking. Would love to have one, but I'm not gonna kill myself trying to make anything happen because it just
hmm
is not worth. It's not worth it. So, and congratulations on your masters. What are you mastering in?
So I'm currently doing my bachelor's in cybersecurity,
Okay.
and I should be done. I have like 4 classes left, and after that, I'm going to New York full scholarship for. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Do I want to continue cybersecurity and get a master's in that, or do I want to do like business? Because I'm doing cybersecurity information insurance assurance. So it's like tech, basically.
I think the business piece would be good because it's so broad.
Yeah.
Business would be a good way to take your masters. That's just my thought. I have a business degree,
hmm
and I did some additional certifications with it, and I think just having that broad business opens up so many doors, and you can just stick a couple of certifications behind it and go anywhere you want to go. So.
I'm just tired of school, so I'm just trying to get in, get done. I'm just trying to use up my scholarship so it won't go to waste. So just picking stuff at this point, to be honest.
Well, good. That's great. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's a big deal. And 4 more classes. It'll go by so quick. Are you doing like 6 week sessions? Are you doing full semester classes or
I'm all in, like no breaks, just back to back to back to back. I'm not taking like anything off. I'm trying to get it done. So
okay. Good for you. Good for you. Well,
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out this. What do you think this is?
On the screen by the A, it looks to me like a roulette table. Is that not a roulette table?
So it says 2 pictures and 1 word. These 2 pictures equal a word.
Is that a roulette table though?
Yep, a roulette and I guess an A.
A roulette. A roulette. Um,
This supposed to equal a different word than what it is.
a table.
1 table. No, 2 left.
So let's see.
Tables. Apple. What? I don't know what this is.
Does the roulette table spin
I
when you
guess.
click on it? So it's just a pic. It's not anything special.
Nope, it's just these 2 pictures equal a word.
A game.
Oh, a game?
A game.
Oh, there's no N.
No. What? So you have some of the letters already?
Nope. These are all the letters right here. Out of these letters, it's supposed to equal a word. But this don't make sense.
Letters. What are the letters?
You got A, B, D, S, H, L, G,
A, B,
D,
mm-hmm.
S, H, L, G, T, C, P.
T, C, P.
Yep. Y, H, A, Y, H, A, E. It's supposed to equal something. A table, a roulette, a.
So one more time, I'm gonna repeat the letters back to you. A, B, D, S, H, L, T.
G as in goat.
Okay. G is in goat. And then P, Y, H, A, E.
T, C, P, Y, H, A, E.
Hold on.
A roulette, a rush, a. I wonder if the red background is like important. Well, there's no R, so I guess not. Low, a.
A. No, not a.
Table, a roulette,
Yes.
a roulette, a game, a lower a, lower. Like this don't even make sense.
I'm looking at it and I'm like,
I'm about to Google it.
I'm doing that. I'm looking right now. I have Chat GPT'd it to try to see if Chat GPT could come up with some answers for us.
A B D S H L G T P P Y H A E. Oh man.
Pathy. SCAPHE.
Huh? So TCPYHAE.
Okay, so the letters that I got from that scramble
Mm-hmm.
is bath. What is it? BATHYSCAPHE. And what that word means, I don't know. Navigable deep diving vessel for underwater exploration is what it is.
What is that?
It's a word that I did unscramble these letters, and that's what it brought up.
Let's see what it says. Thank you. Hints of red table and the clues of red associated with scarlet. I know this better not be scarlet.
Scarlet.
Let me see.
Scarlet. Oh, mm,
Oh, there's no R.
no. Let's see. That's a good exercise.
What? Two pictures in a word.
Is that an assignment or is that a game?
No, just a game. Just how I was just randomly playing.
Okay. Yeah, that is the only word that is coming up when I look at it. Cat head, this path, headache, headachy, head stay, and siphoned. SCYPHAT. What does that word mean? Doesn't say what it means.
Let's see. There's no gambling. Gambling. GAM. No, it's not one.
No. Let's see.
Vegas, the strongest. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-letter word. Gambling, GAM, there's not N. Risk, there's no R. There's no U. Tempting. I wish I could just skip
Potting,
it.
bleaching, preaching, patched, cythoid, scattered,
Scattered.
batched.
TE. Tempting. There's no M, is it?
No.
Uh-oh, what did I just do? I wish I could just skip this one. Let me see. Nope, it won't let me skip. You know what, at this point?
Maybe. Yes. So can you get clues or can you solve it? Can you get the answer?
Let me see. TAB. Something table. It has to be something table. HEATABL.
Is there a L? Did I miss the L?
Yep, there's an L.
Okay, so I missed the L. I thought I had it at first, but I think it was by the G, right?
Okay. Let's see. 8 words. Recognize. What does it say? Candidate. What? Afterlife, two phases. Paradise? Why would that be paradise though?
Paradise does not have. Let's see.
Wait, what is this? T-R-E-A? T-R-E? T-H-R-E-A-D-L-E? What? No, that's not it. What could this word possibly be? A-F-T-E-R. There's no I. F-A-T-E-H-A-H-E-A-D. What?
Did you solve it?
Nope. There is a J-A-N relation and
Okay, let's see. Not solving it.
nope, not.
I'm still waiting for a new batch of words.
R-E-D, red label?
Red table. Red table, maybe?
Oh, let's see. It better, man,
Table.
R-E-D-T-A-B-L-E. No, dang, that one did sound good.
Yeah. The letters that I have, it's not I don't think I even have the letters correct.
I don't even know. At this point, I think I may just like,
Skip it and move on to the next one.
I don't even think it'll let me see if it let me. It won't even let me. Uh-uh. What is this? Two picks in one word game. With the, isn't it a roulette table?
Yes.
Roulette table. Blackjack? Well, no, there's no C.
No. And the Y, where does the Y go?
Yeah.
And it did not return any words for me.
Honeybee could be important.
ADSHGYTCP. I'm sorry, ADBSHGLTCPYHAE.
Oh, they just changed the word. They changed the letters up. It's EWPQTMLBORJAHE. It's definitely table, because table keeps popping up in every word they switch. It's just what kind of table is this? Something table. Red table, at table, at table, atable.
A red table, a game table, but it has a Q in it.
Yeah, they just threw a Q out.
Yeah.
Readable, something table. red table. I wonder if I can take a picture of this and let me see and upload it. Probably not. What is this? I'm about to quit this game.
Blackjack table, craps table, but it doesn't have a Y.
App table, app, a
Poker table, baccarat, but it doesn't have. It has a Y in it and a Q.
what's the significance of this A? Lowercase a, red table, black table. Uh-oh, what I just do? Uh-oh.
Checking table, CHEQUING table.
H. Oh, they took the Q away. Every time I click off, they take certain words away, but table is still there.
Okay. Um,
A, act, no, something table. Pen, pet, something,
gaming table, table game table.
something
Um,
table. Red table, hot
Pool
table,
table, but it has a Y in it.
P, something A.
Hmm. CHEQUE table, but it had a PH in it at first.
Yeah, and they took it out.
So they took the PH out too.
Oh no, PH is right here. PH A T A B L E. No, something table. Red table, at table. Yo, something table.
See. Pharaoh Fortune, 3 card poker table. Um,
What's this A?
what's the game? What's the name of the game?
2 picks, 1 word.
2 picks, 1 word.
Mm-hmm.
Spinning table. Um, let's see what letters we have. It is. And you said the letters changed up again.
Yep, they changed to T T C A E B L F T G V A H P. But table is constantly in that mix.
No. Crap table, maybe.
No
No.
craft. There's no R.
No. And no V.
Mm-mm. Lowercase. So lowercase black A with a red background with a roulette table. is what word? Nope. Okay. I think mine's with a red background.
A red room, a red. What are the pokers on the? What are the spaces on the roulette table called?
Oh, I don't know. Slots, maybe?
A red. Um,
T T C A C B L F T G E A H T. Letters provided are PPG. Goal. Some word that connects both pictures.
a red pockets. A red pocket.
See that? What does that even mean? Let me see. Red pocket?
Mm-hmm. Is the ball on a red space?
It's like in between 11 and 15.
Between 11 and 15.
6, 7,
And is it a red and a black, or is it a red and a green?
8. Red and red.
Red and red. So a space between, something to do with a space, with a red space. Two red, the ball. What is it called?
Acrobat.
Called, the ball on the table lands between
Catfish. T-A. T. It's not NFC. Tabletop? No. Oh. Bachelor? What the word is tablet?
a split, a red split,
B. E.
a red split, maybe.
Split. What is that? What is a red split?
On the roulette wheel, if the ball lands between two number pockets, like between red 11 and red 15, that's called a split. Only if you're talking about the betting layout. A split bet covers two adjacent numbers on a table.
There's no S. Catch bet. C. A. T. No. Safe better.
What about two number pockets? You said there's no S, huh?
A. C. Okay.
Yeah, a roulette table. Right. A roulette table, but there's not an O or double T's, huh?
No. It's one clue. Correspond. I did that wrong. Find the correct answer. Flat cave. Not we can play better? What the heck is play better? There's no why. I'm sorry, I'm looking at Chat GPT.
There was a Y in there though. The first set of letters you
Maybe
gave
I
me
took it.
had a Y in there.
Eight words. B B E T A L F H A. What? Well, I think that's it. To be honest, I think I'm gonna quit this. I can't
Yeah,
find it.
don't give up on it.
I can't figure out what it is. Like I asked. Let me see. Nope.
I've asked Chat GPT. I put the letters in there and I didn't get anything. I think it has something to do with that space because it is two red spaces with a ball landing in between. I don't know if there's another name for that, but it's a red something.
You know what? Let's try. Hold on. Let's see. A L C H A B E T. What alphabet? Be so for real.
Are you kidding? Wait, it
It
was
was
alphabet?
alphabet.
What made you come up with it? How'd you know?
I just like kept looking at random things and it says final answer alphabet. That doesn't even look like alphabet. I guess bet is the table.
Ah, so where does the alpha? So
Right, what is
alphabet, so like a felt table,
I don't know.
alphabet. Yeah,
That did not make not one look.
alphabet. Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh my god. What is it? Oil sheet?
Hello, hi Bob Marley tours Egypt.
Towards
Wow, now that what is that? Is that an oil?
oil in look like a pair of sheets. Oil linen?
Oiling, oiling,
Oil in is this oil? Olive oil?
oiling. Waiting for you to join so we can finish our topic about dating and the dating pool being contaminated.
Oh.
See.
Somebody else joining?
Yeah, Julian is on, and he's like, "What are you ladies talking about?" I was like, "We're waiting for you to jump on so we can talk about the dating pool."
Oh. Well, I guess I'll let you go then if you guys are gonna come do that.
Thank you, Shay, for giving your input. Jump on again. Let me know when you go live. I'll jump on. Send me some hearts. Touch the
Okay.
screen. Send hearts, lots of hearts. And congratulations again. 4 more classes. So January.
Huh?
January.
Oh, for December.
December. Okay, good. Cool. Well, congratulations. You'll have to send out your post letting everybody know that you
Right.
are.
Well, thank you. Have fun with your chat.
Thank
Bye.
you. Good night. Thank you for jumping on. And I
Yeah.
followed you. Follow me back.
Oh, for sure, for sure. All right.
Okay, Julian, I'm getting the error again. I don't know how to send you the invite. Let me share. There we go. I think I just sent you the invite. Hey, Z, thank you for joining. There we go. All right. I guess I can only have one person at a time, so I need to fix that. Well, hello. Good evening. I thought you had spent your whole day and you were like, I'm done for tonight. No more coming on.
Oh no, good evening. I
Good
just
evening.
got caught up with a few things.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad to have you on. Yeah, we were trying to figure out the game and all of that good stuff. And so,
Alrighty, tell me some interesting things. Have we had any new opinions?
no, we have had none. We've had none. We've had a couple of guys from Pakistan jump on and ask where I was from and point and ask where I was from. So,
Hey, ever dated in Pakistan? Maybe a different country, but have a different
yeah,
perspective.
I'm telling you, I tried to ask him. I'm like, hey, tell me about dating in Pakistan. I want to know. I want to know.
I'm imagining that's an arranged marriage type of country.
Hey, Z. Hey, Miss Exterminator. Thank you guys for jumping on.
Hello, hello. How's everyone doing this evening?
Everyone is great.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for joining.
Absolutely. Always here to support when I can.
Wonderful. And I will do the same. You got it. You got it. So we are talking about the dating pool. Contaminated, or are we afraid to swim? Is it really contaminated, or are we afraid to swim? So,
Can I take this one?
yes, you can.
I'll give it a try. I haven't been out there for the past, but right before that, it was weird. I'm not gonna lie. It was different. It's hard to meet people. There's a lot of lies. People lie a lot, and people are not really. They don't really come forth with what their life is about. So you find out things along the way, but right before that was really, really not that great, from my experience.
And you said before, I think you kind of broke up. You said before.
Oh, did I break up?
Yeah, so I heard before, and then I didn't hear what you said after you said before.
Oh, no, I said before it was good, but nowadays it's just hard unless you're looking in the wrong area. So if you're dating the wrong area, of course you're gonna end up with what you really deserve. But even in the right area, sometimes it's kind of hard because there's a lot of lies out there, and people are not really honest. From my experience,
What do you think has changed? What has changed
I
about
would
it?
say people are now exposed to so many things because of social media, and that has affected a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it affected a lot. So people trying to behave the same instead of being their true selves, and they expect also whatever they see on social media to happen to them, knowing that people are different out. Everybody live differently, move differently. The expectation has changed a lot. People expect a lot more than before. So that's what I noticed before I got married. So it was kind of hard. Um,
And so, do you think that people are representing differently, or do you think that our tolerance is less because we feel like we have more options?
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
Think that people are, I'm gonna, so do you think that we are less tolerant because we have more options? Or do you think people are hiding who they are?
Both.
Okay.
Both. People are less tolerant because they do think they have more options, which is, in my opinion, a fantasy world. So
You said it, in your opinion,
it's a fantasy world. It's not true. It's a
it
dream.
is fantasy. And I think that a lot of people have bought into the fantasy that we have all these options. And then
Exactly.
I think because we are all trying to live up to what society and social media has told us that we need to be,
Right.
how we need to show up, we don't show up authentically. We put on masks.
Right. So exactly. So people start up with lies just to feed it. They just want to feed in and then see how it works. And it's really hard out there right now. I'm not gonna. It works, and it's really hard out there right now. I'm not gonna lie. I have some friends that are single, good people, they have good careers, but they don't seem to find an honest person. Things are getting harder and harder. So yeah, that's what I have. But there's still like you keep looking, you find the right person. But again, nowadays it's like taking a chance. If you're trying to date, you're taking a chance, a big one. So if you're ready to take a chance, then go for it, give it a try. If it works out, good. If it doesn't, then you keep looking.
Yeah, and I think the thing is um, are we willing to take the chance?
I mean, you have no choice but to take the chance. Or what else can you do? So that happens. People take chances and they end up ruining their lives, or they didn't spend enough time to really uh,
Know
learn.
that person to really
Yeah,
figure out who they are.
correct.
Yeah.
And even if they do, some people really can fake it until they're in and they show you the real face. So again, you really don't know what to do. It's like all you have to do is just pray to God and be like, "Hey, help me out here. I don't know what to do." So you gotta take the chance. There's nothing else you can do.
Julian and I talked about that earlier today.
Right.
And one of the things that I said to him, 3 to 5 years, I think, is the time frame that you need to really get to know somebody. Because for at least a year or two, they can show their representative. But then around 3 or 4, if life changes or they lose a job or they get sick or something happens, then you'll see who they really are. And you have to see people in distress. You have to see them, in all facets of life to really know who they are and how they show up. And if you don't get all those signs,
Oh, sorry, there's an echo. I think someone have a Bluetooth on or something. I'm not sure.
yeah. If you don't get all those signs, then you don't know what you're getting. So
Right.
you have to be able to see people in different seasons of life. And I think it takes about 3 to 5 years to do that because in a year, they
Again,
can see who they want to be.
people that also wait so long before they make a move, you might lose interest if you're trying to stay with someone for years before you make a move.
Yeah.
If you, honestly speaking, I've seen people, they're like, oh, I've been with him for 10 years, or we've been together for 10 years, but I never popped the question. I'm like, I feel like you waited too long.
Yeah.
You waited too long. So
You snooze, you snooze.
if you move faster, you get in, you might be disappointed. And if you wait too long, also, it might not even happen.
Well,
Like I said, the world has gotten to a stage where it's out of our own control. You just have to close your eyes and give it a try. And if it works out, be it. Just put it in God's hand. That's all I can say.
yeah.
It's harder there. Trust me. I've seen people thinking these are the best person one can be with. And along the way, you find out like, wait a second. But again, it's hard to not judge, but sometimes it's, you just have to make the right decision.
Well, and one of my favorite quotes is, "It is better to have lost and have loved than to not have loved at all." And so sometimes you have to take the risk.
The
Um,
love sometimes can change you. If you love and then it doesn't work out, believe me, it's going to affect your future, the way you see things in the future.
it can.
It,
It
actually, I
But
believe it.
in the end, but in the end,
Yeah.
but in the end, in
hmm
the end, let's talk about the end. In the end,
hmm
when we leave this earth and
Right.
everything is done,
hmm
yes, we can make decisions where we can lose stuff.
Right.
Um, we can make decisions and get involved with the wrong person and
hmm
lose our lives. That's the extreme, right? But the stuff, you can always get more stuff. Um, we just have to guard our hearts. But we can still love and guard our hearts because love is us giving out. It's not somebody, um, you
If
know.
you, I believe if you love and still guarding your heart, you're not giving 100%. You're not loving. You are being careful.
You can. I think you can.
You think that's
And
possible?
the reason I say that, let me kind of share my thoughts on that. That you can love and guard your heart.
Hmm.
You have certain things that you know that you won't do. You can love somebody and you know that this is not something I will do. So if it's, I know that I own a home before I get involved with somebody, and they may not own anything. I
Right.
know that to protect what I already have, right?
Right.
I need to secure myself before I enter that relationship. It doesn't mean that I can't love them. It just means that I have to take care of what's mine before I fully invest into that relationship.
Right. Right.
And you can do that. We can do that.
It's possible. It's possible. But
We just don't want to. It's
that's fine.
easier just to trust people and think that they will, and hope that they will do the right thing. But we
Right.
can't to them to do what we have to protect ourselves. And I think that is kind of the American society is, you just go all in and hope for the best. Well, no,
Yeah.
how we have to play. We have to guard ourselves. And
Yeah.
it's okay for us to do that.
Uh, I guess it's I've never tried it. I haven't done it, but maybe it's possible. If I say no, I'll be lying. If I say yes, I'll also be lying. I've never been in that situation, but if based on your experience you think that's the way to go and it might work out for you, I think yeah, maybe give it a try.
And until somebody shows you, and I think that's the other thing. If there's certain things we can do. So
Right.
I always say, don't get involved with somebody who does not have as much to lose as you do. If somebody has nothing to lose and you get involved with them, they don't care about how their decisions or their actions impact you. So you have to look at that component too when you look at who to engage with or get involved with. And it's not always that easy. That's not how it always happens.
Yeah.
But we have to really consider that. Like, I really like you, but are we on the same level? Are we going in the same direction? Do you want the same
May
thing?
may may I add something to
Sure.
this
Absolutely.
conversation?
Yeah.
Um, I appreciate what everyone's saying because what everyone is saying is true. You know, we're gonna all have different perspectives based on our experience and what we're seeing. But one thing that I think that no matter what, everyone has to have their own set of standards of what works for them when they're dating, because it's just like what you said. It takes time to get to know someone, but it's standards are your standards, right? What you want for yourself and what the person wants for themselves, right? And two people have to be in agreement and then do the work towards that agreement. And I think a lot of times because we're attracted first to personality, to looks, right? That's the whole thing. That's how you start to vibe with one another. But you also have to work and find each other's characters because character is like what she said, when time gets it hard, how does somebody respond to crisis, right? To losing their job? Do they shut you down, shut you out? That's behavior, right? So I think that no matter whatever time we're in, whatever fast social media, yes, there is a lot of influence with social media. It's rapid, but I'm pretty sure those conversations were said 20 years ago, right? Women weren't dominant in the career force before, right? So here we are today, right? Very independent. But I think when it comes to you making choices of who you want to date and how that's up to you to set those standards. And that's up to you to be consistent with those standards. And that's up to you to also take time to learn someone's behavior versus just being attracted to their personality. So I think that, you know, everyone just has to have their own set of standards of what they want and find someone that wants the same thing and find someone who wants to work towards that. And I think that's just the key thing for every individual to have a healthy relationship for themselves.
I agree. I completely agree. Yeah. I think, you know, you are so right when you say that. And it is, you do think, what can I lose if I go into this relationship? And I have been married twice. The first time I was young, and neither one of us had anything. The second time, I had accomplished and had more than my second husband. And I knew that I was taking a risk when I got involved. And he talked about what he wanted and how he wanted to live life. And people will tell you, because we all want certain things for ourselves, right? And one of the quotes that I came up with after that relationship was, wealth and health are like, what did I say? Wealth and health, everybody say that they want it, but they're not willing to do the work to get it. So be careful who you allow into your space, because everybody will say, oh, yeah, I want to be wealthy. Oh, yeah, I want to work out and look good. But everybody's not willing to do the work or pay the price. And I use that as an example, but that can be in any area of life. People will say that they want it, but they're not willing to do the work that it takes to get it. And you may not find that out until after you've gotten involved with somebody, because their representative showed up really well. And then later on, you see that no, they're looking for you to give it to them. And like Steve Harvey said, he said, you know, you have to think about life as pulling a red wagon up the hill. If whoever's in it is not willing to help you push it, because it's hard to pull it up the hill, they need to get out of your wagon. And it doesn't matter who they are.
Absolutely. That speaks to a lot, right? That's in every relationship. I think that we have to really work on ourselves first and find out what you really want. Because I use the word consistency because sometimes you have standards, but then you get attracted to someone and you bend your standards. You forget some of them because you want this person. Now you're losing your focus. And that happens a lot, right? So consistency and discipline has to be part of who you are. You have to be consistent and you want. You have to always go back and reflect. Is is this person meeting my standards? These are my standards. And then are you having that conversation with that person? You know, you can't compromise. You can't compromise your standards if those are your standards. And then you have to always be in agreement. So if you're unequally yoked, it's not going to work. And like you said, you have to do the work. That's the thing. I just, like what you just said, you said you've been married twice, right?
Yes.
What do you think was the number one reason why both of your marriages didn't work out?
Um, the first one, there were a number of things. We were young. We neither one of us really knew what we wanted out of life. We just knew that we had this standard that we needed to be married because we both grew up in church. We both wanted to be married, but in terms of what we wanted out of life and what our lives looked like, we really didn't have a clue. We talked about, you know, what we thought it would look like and how we wanted things to progress, but our timelines were different. And because our timelines were different, and I'm talking about our building of things. Of course, there was some
Right.
emotional stuff that some emotional maturity that was lacking there, but our timeline for building things were different. Like I wanted to build everything and be settled down by 50. And my ex-husband is now at the point where he's now wanting to do it. So we weren't on the same page with setting up our future. My mindset was at 50, I want to be comfortable and be able to retire. And in his mind, I was leaving too fast. Um, so we were not on the same page. And now he's busy. And he is like, we wish he had done it earlier, but mentally, we were not on the same page there. The other challenge that we had was family. Because we were so young, he was still very close to his family. And I was close to my family, but my dynamic was a little different than his. His family was kind of, they relied on everybody within their community for everything, where I came from a very, I hate to say neglect. I came from a family where I was a free spirit. I started working at 15. I started taking, so our expectations were different about what our relationship should look like and how involved our immediate family should be in our lives. And that caused a lot.
So again, it goes back to two people being in the agreement and then two people doing the work. It's so there we go again, consistency. If it's not consistent, if you're not in agreement and you're not going to do the work, then that's something that you always have to pay attention to. We all have to pay attention to. I mean, that's what I learned. I spend time with someone that, here's another thing, that person that pursues you all the time. And, you get in those relationships where you're off and on, right? Because infatuation is a big deal. Just like when you said it takes 3 to 5 years, right? Infatuation is the same high. It's kind of like the same high as they compare it to cocaine, right? You're on a high with somebody. And then after that, that high wears off. So now you're going to make a decision if you're going to still stay with someone, because then now love is a choice, right? Now love is becoming a choice. And I think going back to what Z was saying, he's right about a lot of things about social media, because a lot of people are on a high. You know what I mean? Until reality kicks in, until something happens, but social media is a high, and it's like what he said with people, people coming in, they look a certain way, you don't even know who's real and who's not, but it just goes back to making an agreement and being consistent. But you got to make an agreement with yourself is what I'm saying. Be consistent with you. Be consistent with what you want. And if everybody did that for the most part, then, you could have a healthy relationship moving forward.
And I think what I think about, I remember at one point in life, I was really gung ho. I was like, I need to lose weight. I need to go to the gym. I had these things that I wanted to do for myself. And so I had a friend that she was like, oh, yeah, we'll be there for our partners. I'll be there. I'll be there. I think we went 2 weeks and she completely quit. And sometimes in life, that is how people will show up for a relationship. Oh, yeah, I want to do X, Y, and Z. I want to be a part of whatever it is. And then after they've gotten in there, it requires to get there. They're like, no, I really don't want it. But I'll sit back and watch you do it, and I'll enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's like nobody wants that.
Have we gotten more concerned with just what we want? Love is about the other person, correct? I mean, I hear a whole lot of talk about Eddie saying it's what I wanted, what my non-negotiables were, what my path was. I mean, could it be that we're all so concerned with self? I mean, self-love is such a big thing, but does it really leave room for others?
Well, self-love should leave room for others, because self-love should give from a place of overflow. Because if
Right.
we're self-absorbed that we don't really have anything to give to anybody else, we don't need to be in a relationship anyway. Yeah, yeah.
When your cup is full, you're able to pour into others. That's the whole idea of it all. It's not to be like, well, I want this and I want that. So if this, I'm not speaking in that context, and forgive me if that's the way it's coming off. What I'm saying is, if you're going to be out there, because Z was talking about, I heard risk, I heard this. So if you are consistent with your values, with your morals, with your standards, and then you go out and you get in a relationship with someone, you have to be having those conversations. And then what are theirs? And then you come into an agreement, and then you both agree to work towards that.
Can I answer? Did you just say we need to talk? Did I hear you say we need to talk?
Terrible.
Wait,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
There is a joke that I have with Julian all the time because he's like, we don't need all those words. And I'm like, yes, we need all those words. And so maybe it is a woman thing that we need all those words, even though men don't want to give all those words, but we need the words. The women need to hear it. If you guys think about in the Bible, and I know if you don't believe in the Bible, just think about the story. But the serpent said to Eve, he didn't say anything to Adam. The woman heard. We need to hear all the words, all the words, all the words. That's all I'm gonna say.
I've
Julian,
actually, I've actually had relationships with men that, men, well, I'm going to speak in my experience with men, okay? I'm not saying all men. For most part, men don't like fluff, is what I know. So if I'm like, cool, so let me just put it really short. So I'm saying like, hey, you single? Yeah, I'm single. Hey, are you looking for a relationship? Yeah, I'm looking for a relationship. Are you attracted to me? Yeah, I'm attracted to you. Do you want to go out? Do you want to go out and go eat? Yeah, let's go out to eat. Okay. You go out, you have another conversation. Just men are very straightforward. They just not too much into the fluff like we are, the emotional, like, well, but why don't you want, we dig more because that's just how we talk, and that's okay. But for the most part, most men conversations. They just don't like the fluff. They just don't like the other stuff. It's just tell me what it is that you need, and and then I'll see if I can meet you there, right? Because they're action. They want to solve the problem for the most part.
which is fine, but for women, we need the words. And so, men, we need the words. We need to hear it. We need to have a conversation. We don't want to assume. We don't want to think. We need it.
What's understood doesn't need to be spoken.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm telling you what we need.
Oh, okay, Julian. I know what kind. Okay, Julian. Oh, I have four brothers. You sound just like one of them.
So, Z, how do you feel about that? How do you communicate with your wife? Do you guys talk regularly? Do you nod your head and she understands that you're saying, yes, let's go, no, let's not? Or is it the way you nod your head and she knows, okay, that's a maybe? I mean,
So I
tell me
am
how do you communicate and what
my,
is important to her?
actually my wife. She's a very simple person. She talks. All women talk tend to talk. I don't think she's the talker, if I can put it that way. But the way we make things work, I think, is just not talking. She already knows that I don't talk too much, so she sort of kind of hold herself as I can get my point across. She might not agree with it, and looking at her, I can tell she doesn't agree with it. But she won't say anything. But one day, she'll wait a couple of days and then bring it up, in a different situation, and kind of tell me what she thinks about. I trust her. I'm not gonna lie, I do. Sometimes she has good point, but again, I don't want to seem too strict, as some people tend to say. But I usually tend to want to go my way women might see that as being controlling.
And why? Why? I
Because
guess
I
for
shared
me,
that with some friends and people,
well,
and
not
they're
the
like,
controlling piece, but why is it? And I understand
okay.
men, and I understand that you guys have a thought process,
Hmm.
but what is it that make men feel like women, that our thoughts, even though they may be good, even though they may be like
Hmm.
even better than what you thought, why is it that men feel like they have to be the one to have it their way? What is
So
that?
one thing I want to say is men are men and women are women. I feel like God created us with uh, being a, being different, and that's the difference that actually sometimes come together and make perfect.
I think in the natural role as a protector, the thoughts are automatically different. No matter what the circumstances, we come from a place of wanting to take the most protected role. So as women express all these different ifs, we usually look at the safest factor in any situation, especially for those we love. Because being a creature of many words, you have multiple options, and we just look at the safest one.
That is true. So I tend to kind of make decisions sometimes for her because I feel like sometimes see the future. I can see things in a way that she doesn't see it now. But sometimes I just tell her, just trust me, trust the process. And then she's like, are you sure? I'll see like, just trust me. I've been there, I've done it. Okay, just to summarize, like, um, maybe if I give you the background, you understand where I come from. I went to school, I finished my school, and I worked. My wife did not go to school. She hasn't finished her school. So I pushed her. I'm like, okay, listen, I can handle things. I just want you to focus on school. It will take us 2-3 years, maybe 3-4 years for you to finish. I'll do my best to handle it. And she'll be like, but I can work. And I understand you can work and go to school. But if you don't work, you tend to go faster, be better, get better grades. We can help you in the future to get things in a certain way. And she'll be like, no, but I can still work and make money. I'll sometimes be like, no, just trust me, trust the process. And I feel like sometimes she'll be like, does he really know what he's talking about? And I'm not a man of many words. So I tend to say things and I tell her, just believe me. If I didn't want your good or our own good, because we're family now, so whatever is good, you think I'm going to tell you to focus on this, knowing that it won't be beneficial for all of us? It's going to be beneficial for you and for me.
That's a different story. Now that is, I think, something that I would listen on.
So that's what pushed me to kind of sometimes say things and then not talk too much. And then I will look at her eyes and I will know that she really doesn't approve of it. But I don't say anything.
Now, if she comes to you and she says, hey, I know you want to do X, Y, and Z, but I did research, or I know this happened, that happened, or whatever, and I'm just hypothetically speaking, and I just really don't think that that is the best way to go. How do you then make your decision? And do you let her know, hey, I am taking into consideration what you said, and based on that, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z? Or do you just do what you're going to do and negate? Because I think that is where the
No,
down comes in. Is
actually,
not
I will, when I tell her something, I give her the reason why. I just don't say something and be like, yeah, this is it, forget it. That's how it's going to go. No, 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 no. I'll give you the reason why. I'll give you my own experience. I'll tell you, what happened to me or how it happened. It took me, I would say, about close to 10 years to finish my school. Reason why, because I was working and going to school, and it's hard to do both. And I had to take care of my parents. I come from a background where my parents, sometimes need my help financially. So I was in a situation where I had no choice but to do that. But she is not. She's in a situation where I'm giving her the option to further things, focus, and get things the right way. I give her the reason, but I just don't go do the back and forth. If you understand what I'm saying, I would tell her, just believe it, just trust me, it's gonna be all right. But and she can even testify. She takes a shower. She can even come and talk.
With all the multiple options presented now that the world is more connected, don't you think that it's a little bit of tiresome to always hear the new acquired options when you developed a protection plan or you're trying to get her to trust your protection?
It is true, Julian. You're right. Telling someone to kind of follow your way with whatever is going on right now with the new world, it is hard. But I still believe, and again, I can be wrong. I never say I'm always right. But from experience, again, I just don't do things because I want to. No. I do it for the benefit for all of us again. So, and as Julian said, I mean, you're right. It can sometimes be, people can see that, you're not really doing it right. I get it. But as a man, sometimes we know that certain things need to be a certain way. And then, you get in a situation where you and someone can agree to disagree. I don't know if Julian been in that situation before.
Yes.
Yeah, so you get in that situation, you agree to disagree. And again, you will tell, it's not like I stopped her no, I didn't stop her to go look for a job. No, I did not. But I just kept telling her whenever she's thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I can handle things. You see, I can handle things. But, there's certain things we cannot do, like big vacation and all for now, because there's more, more things to do, mortgage and all that. But it's just a process that sometimes I feel like I see, but if you haven't been in certain situation, you cannot see it. If I make myself understood.
Yes.
So I see it, but if you've never been in that situation, you cannot see it. It's impossible. You feel like just talking just to talk.
So she wants to work, but you're suggesting that, right? I'm sorry. I'm just so I can understand. She would like to go to work, but you're suggesting that, right? That it's not necessary. Am I correct?
Yes, my suggestion is to focus on her school. Work will come.
Oh, okay, got it. Because it's a little tight right now, where she probably wants to go do vacations and stuff like that. And you're
When I
saying,
travel out of the country, I'm like, okay, we can go to a different state here and there, but big vacation that require a lot of fun. Let's just wait. Patience.
got it.
We'll get there. But sometimes, and social media, and she's like social media. I don't talk much, but I've seen her on social. She likes social media. So women, they see things, like I said earlier, and they want to live that way. It's possible,
Yes.
but is it really
Feasible.
things? Exactly. There's a time for everything.
You sound like my boyfriend. I fall in your girlfriend at time. I'm like, well, let's just go to Hawaii. I mean, you have the money right now. Let's just go. Let's go do this and that. And
Right.
he's like, no, let's just wait. We can go to Hawaii and we can go a week there and then go to a week of Fiji or something like that. Like, just be patient. And I'm always like, so I understand that.
Trust him.
There's that.
Trust him. If your boyfriend is acting this way, it's not like we don't like it. Also, no, we love it. We love big vacation. Who doesn't? We all love to, go somewhere, visit new things, different experience, I think. But I think everything is at its right time. And if you push, You might make mistakes.
And could that be a thing? We have so many influences that we're not actually paying attention to the fact that we're influenced a lot more than we like to admit in relationships nowadays.
Oh, we are. We are. I totally agree with you. We are influenced in a way that no one can believe it. I mean, we don't really see it, but it kind of affects us beyond our mind. We might think like we see things, we just see it, we swap, but actually it's affecting us, and then it's giving us some expectation that are not real.
Well, I will tell you guys the hardest thing for me. I am okay with doing things by myself, being a single woman, but around the holidays when I see couples out shopping, that is something that really makes me, just for that season, I'm always like, wish I was in a relationship. Which is weird. Don't ask why. It's one of those things. But it's just seasonal. And do I want to be in a place that is not with the right person just to say that I have somebody to go with? No, it's not that serious.
But it does affect you.
It does, because my vision of my life is that I would be a married woman. That is what I've always seen myself as, is a married woman, not single, not being out dating. Don't get me wrong, I have fun dating, but I always saw myself being a wife. So when I go out and I see couples around Christmas shopping together, it's like, yeah, that's the hardest time of year for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about influences? Because we were talking just a second ago, the ones that you don't notice. Have you ever thought about, well, you see this every once in a while? And it's been my experience as women like to talk. You will hear their influences, even though they don't even notice that it's just a new influence coming on. Makes it kind of hard to maintain a relationship when people are constantly being influenced with different things, and sometimes they don't even realize it.
I think the big one now is weight loss. I think the big thing now is for so long we have been, at least, so this is my story, my experience. Growing up, couldn't gain weight to save my life until after I had children. And then once I started having children, I was like, oh, getting a little thick. Okay, I can finally gain weight. But then I didn't know the limit, right? And so then being single again, it was, okay, let me get my weight down. And it's like you have society saying that skinny is better. But is it really? And I know it could be a health thing, but is it really? I know when I say, but is it really? I know our health is important, but I think there are so many messages about how, as women, we need to show up in society. And it's easy to get caught up in those. Like when I lost weight, guys who liked me thicker were like, "Oh my gosh, what'd you do that for?" And then I liked you thicker, but then I found myself attracting a different type of man, thinner. And so you have all these things that you have to contend with. And who really likes you for who you are is what really matters, if you were.
And see, that's where I go with all the influence. It's like you said, in a relationship, shouldn't the only thing that matter is the person standing next to you likes it, regardless thick or thin?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, personal note, I myself am not ever really interested in smaller women, but you're with a woman who hears an influence that tells her she needs to lose weight. She's perfectly healthy. And you actually enjoy her the way she is, but she's on this diehard kick to lose weight.
Yep.
And what I mean,
It's more than that. And yeah, we think it's healthy all the time, but drastically losing weight may not always be good for your health. there are some side effects, and people have gotten really sick from from taking those measures to get there, for the sake of meeting a societal standard. I mean, so yeah, the influences they really can have an impact on how we show up in the world. And that's just one. There's many others. There is, I've had, people tell me, so-called friends, if you did this, then it will be like this, or if you show up like this, then things will be like that. And I'm like, no, the person who is supposed to be in my life will be in my life. When they get here, they'll be here, and that's all I can say. I can't not be who I am. This is who I am. So I think that is one thing that we as a society really have to start doing, is owning who we are. I make the joke all the time. A lot of people are not with the people they really want to be with. They're with who they thought everybody else wanted them to be with. And so they are showing up every day, not for somebody that they love or genuinely respect or value, but because they want to be seen in society as somebody that's important, either to their family, to their friends, to their community, to what their family thought that they should be. And as soon as we stop doing that and learn to just be who we are and find out what we love and show up with that authenticity, I think the world would be a much better place.
That's the biggest thing that I always struggled with. I cared too much what my family thought and what my friends thought. If they just said one thing, and I had to really work on myself with that, because that's something that I fell entrapped of. I used to do that a lot.
And it's a hard thing, but I think that it is also freeing. And when we learn to be free, I just think life opens up for us. When we learn to authentically just know who we are, what we like. I used to always joke, and I can share this. My second husband, I used to be like, you need a stripper. You should be married to a stripper, but you couldn't take her home to your mom, or else. But that's who would make you happy. And we would joke about it all the time. But I think, we try to keep this facade for what we think society wants, or our family wants. And we have to do what's in our heart and soul to do, because this is the thing. When we align those things and we walk that path, the people who are supposed to be in our life to teach us the lesson, they're down that path. And if we don't take the path that we're supposed to go on, we are keeping ourselves from living our best and most fulfilled life, however that is supposed to be. And I'm not saying, people are like, well, what if they're a crackhead? Or that's not what I'm alluding to. What I am alluding to is when we learn to trust ourselves and live for what we want, I think our lives are so much better.
But I mean, is that conducive with wanting to be in a relationship with another person? Is where I go with that.
Well, maybe it's not just one person. I've been told by people that I may need to be poly, and I'm trying to, another throw it out there, Julian. And he's like, "Elle, what are you talking about?" I am just saying that we all have to figure out what our lives look like. Like, people always think that everything is cookie cutter. Relationships are not cookie cutter. Everybody's life is not cookie cutter. I'm friends with my first husband and his wife, and we all do holiday dinners together, and nothing crazy. But some people can't. They're like, "Are you guys crazy? And how did you do that?" I don't like drama. I promised myself as a kid I would not grow up in an environment or allow myself to live a life full of drama. And so if that means that I have to bite my tongue and swallow my pride or whatever to make sure that I have peace for the sake of my kids, that is what I am willing to do. And a lot of times we won't do stuff like that because we are afraid of what other people will think or how other people will perceive it. And we can't do that. We have to be authentic to ourselves.
Now, representing for men, doesn't that mean that you're constantly moving the goalposts, as we like to say, with the new influences and more non-negotiable?
Say that again.
I said, are we constantly changing, like your 3 to 5 years thing, right? With all these constant influences, could it be perhaps you're a different person in that 3 to 5?
Yes, absolutely. Well, life is about growth and evolving, isn't it?
True.
Is life really about growth and evolving, or are we supposed to stay the same?
It's about growth, but love is about just loving the person no matter how they come.
Absolutely. And if I love you how you come, and then our love, I could still love you, but maybe my loving you does not work for you anymore. And as a result, my loving you is now smothering you because you have evolved. And my smothering you has now turned to abuse towards me. So then do I still continue to love you and let you abuse me because you have outgrown my love? Or do I say I love you and I want you to go ahead and be free and figure out what makes you happy? That's loving to me.
I don't think love would limit you, even though the person may not be involved in all the new facets. I think that's one big thing. Like I said, I hear a lot of me talk.
Well, not
Uh,
limiting you, not limit. Okay, so if I am, and I'm just going to use this, I am in a relationship and we are moving forward, and I'm loving you the way that I have always loved you. Nothing has changed. I'm loving you. But something in your life has changed. You have changed. And the way I love you does not work for you anymore, right? That is not how you feel loved anymore. Because maybe at first when I started loving you, my love for you was making you feel cared for and nourished. And now you feel cared for and nourished, and you've learned how to care for and nourish yourself. But now you need something else. And my love is care and nourish. I don't know how to give you anything else but care and nourish. And now you may need somebody to now help you financially elevate. I'm just using that. And their love will make you financially elevate. So as a result, you go off and you start seeing somebody else because your tank for me is full and nothing I do fulfills you anymore. But now what you have done makes me feel abused and not loved in return, right? Because before we were vibing on the same frequency. We're not there anymore.
mhm.
I hold on and hope that you change, or do I say I love you enough to let you go and fulfill whatever else you need to fulfill in life and let you grow to where you need to grow, or do I hold you in a cage? And I think that it is freeing when you allow people to go and fulfill whatever they need to fulfill, either if it's with you or with somebody else.
Hmm. Interesting way of looking at it.
And
For
and
long,
I and
yeah.
that's also that's really strong because that's called evolving. You I like to think about it this way. Maybe at one time when you and I met, we used to hang out and drink, and then maybe at one time your friends will come over, my friends will come over later. But maybe now I've taken classes now. Maybe now I want to work on my degree, and so then now when I come home, I don't like the party scene anymore. Now I'm wanting different things, but you don't want it anymore. That's somebody's gonna always be growing and evolving, and that's why if there's not that consistency and that communication, one person is gonna go a separate. One person has to love someone enough to say, you know what, this is not what I want anymore.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
what we have to do.
communication.
Me and Julian always debate on that. He's like, what is doesn't have to be said. I'm like, it needs to be said to us. we as women need to hear it, Julian. I
Let's
know
see.
you want to hear that because you've been doing it your way all this time and you've made it to the big 5-0 and it has worked. But I'm telling you, try it. And you may see a new window of opportunity open up for you.
Unnecessary.
You know what?
When
Whatever.
you make the statement, when you make the statement in your relationship,
I said
sleep for me.
ships,
Yeah.
not just one.
That I
All your
love you.
boats, in all your boats, every boat that you come across, communication is important. That's all.
Unnecessary. If I say that I love you, don't wake me up the next day because something new happened. Well, do you still love me?
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. It's when we are when the course is changing. So when something is changing, when something is going to be different, just communicate. That's all.
And see, for me, that's how simple it is. The original I love you, be it illness, be it financial gain, be it financial loss. What I said is what I said. That hadn't changed. If I love you, I love you. As you grow and you make new advancements in your career, yep, still love you. As you start to take a downturn in your financial situation, yep, still love you. I said it to you. I don't need to keep repeating myself, and we surely don't need to have a conversation about
Love. We're talking about just communicating. You know, like let me. Okay, so this is one that I've gotten. I have talked to friends of mine, 5 friends of mine, and they're like, my wife has put on some weight, and I really don't like her with the weight on, and I just don't know how to tell her that I don't like the weight, and you know, she get any bigger, I may not be attracted anymore. And da, 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 da. Okay, so have that conversation. Well, I don't want to hurt her feelings. Okay, but you want her to figure it out that, and you don't know if there's something going on with her. What if she is, her hormones are off? What if she has something going on and she wants to talk to you about, but she's been afraid to address it because she doesn't feel like the lines of communication are open, or she can tell that your energy is off, but she can't tell why. So that is why it is important to. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Alicia.
consistency is consistency. Gain weight, lose weight. I mean, if you are a lot of ways to say it without all that talking. Start planning activities that actually involve being more mobile.
What if
I'm
it's
sure.
hormonal? What if it's hormonal, Nurse Julian? What if, everybody does not know that it may not just be an activity thing? It may be something going on.
Now, medically, yeah, I will give you that one.
Yeah,
Any medical
because
problems, you can feel free to express them. I think one of the things that gets me is you tell me your medical situation, and my answer is okay. I don't feel, and I've seen people deal with it where they think it takes a 2-3 hours conversation, or one of the biggest ones for guys is you're looking for some type of back and forth that I find unnecessary. Explain to me your situation. If we need to make any adjustments, I express that, but just too many words is unnecessary all the time.
And Julian, you're one of a kind. I'll tell you that.
it's all that
There's,
charting
there
that he
has,
has to do. He's like,
he's,
how
and
right,
that's just
right, I don't want
that's
to hear.
just part of his upbringing. You know what I mean? That's just the way he is, and and that's okay too, because there's certain women that just that like that too. That assertiveness and that type of just straight talk and just that. But someone like me, that wouldn't work for me, right? Because I need you to communicate to me. I need you to communicate to me why A, B, and C. I need answers,
I do too. I am very much so that person also. I need to know, and I need to I need to know where we're going, because if I don't know where we're going, then I'll start planning my own route. And you don't want me to do that, because I'll be like, well, you can go. I'm not going that way because you didn't communicate with me. Um, yeah, and it's not personal against the person. It a lot of our the way we think or do things have to do with our upbringing, right? And it doesn't mean that it's right, wrong, or indifferent. It just means that we had some different experiences.
All right, then.
Yeah.
I can agree definitely. Yeah, I'm a man of few words. Unless a situation actually needs to be spoken on, I don't see why we are filling the air with all these different words. Makes no sense.
So no words for Julian. Zippy.
But that's a great quality. We need you. We need you. We need men that verbally that they like. There's men that just like to communicate. They just like to talk. They're natural. They're always talking. There's men that talk as much as women do, and there's men that don't. There's men that just do their little one-liners, just like you, Julian. I have a friend named Reggie. He's always a just everybody be talking, get quiet, and he just says one little line. That's it, and that's okay. You need those because when they do speak, it's profound sometimes, right? So, it's just there is a woman for you and for that because there was a woman for Reggie. You see what I mean? I think we're just all different.
And I need somebody to say to me, hey, babe, this is what we're doing. This is my thoughts. This is what I'm planning. I just want to keep you in the loop, let you know what's going on. And I'm like, I'm good. Just keep me in the loop. That's all. Just don't make me guess what's going on. Because when I start guessing, my assumptions are not, yeah, they go wild.
We're
And
not gonna manage this project as a relationship. That doesn't work.
well, I'm a project manager, and so I tend to analyze, um, and I do. I need to. I need that. I need to have those conversations.
I think it depends. Some men don't talk too much,
Some men talk too
and
much. Lee.
there's a reason for it. Because sometimes you just have to trust us, and then we want that. Just let me lead.
But why? But why do we just have to trust y'all? Why?
It's God. It's not our fault.
God did not say that. He
God
did
made
not
us.
tell us that.
God made us that way. For some reason, God has made us that way. It's like, you know what? You just have to understand we're not gonna do something. We intend a best outcome. We don't do things for the wrong reason. I don't think any man will do that.
Well, and I don't think so either. Um, but I don't think that because you're a man, you have all the answers.
Right.
Yeah, not all the answers, not at all. But I
No.
do think that trust put in a man is a superpower that's being disregarded.
Yeah.
Trust the few words. Trust that when I say I got you, I mean it.
Okay, so when you say trust is a superpower, and I'm sorry, I'm a visual person. So what I saw was me saying, okay, I trust you. And then me praying, okay, God, show him what to do, because that is what I see. And I'm not saying it at all. You guys are amazingly smart, right? And I know that. And I know you guys experience things that we could never experience. And you have a level of intellect that we do not have, right? Um, but women have intuition sometimes where men may not see something, we may feel something.
Hmm.
And we will say, yeah, something
And
about that ain't right,
and
right?
sometimes when women speak, don't think that we don't listen. We just don't react to it. But we are listening. We are listening. Like you won't believe it, but we are listening to every word you say. We just do not react to it.
This is
Everything
my
carries that
this
count.
is my distinct this is my distinct thing that I need. So, my my boyfriend, for example. Oh, I'm not gonna come home. I'm gonna go watch the game with the fellas. Okay, cool, fine. Um, and then it's like, oh, who's all going? Oh, just me and the guys. Okay. Couple of days later, we're having a conversation. I end up finding out because he forgets what he tells me sometimes. I end up finding out there was some extra people there. I think the thing is that when we're communicating, and it goes, and it can be vice versa sometimes, but for the most part, my pet peeve is don't leave out no darn details that later on I'm gonna find out.
Honest.
That's the thing. It's the details. It's not so much the communication about feelings and it's more about details. Okay, you're
Okay.
gonna go watch the game.
I
Okay.
don't agree with you on that one. Let
I
me
No,
got one.
don't give too many details.
I'm just saying that's that's something that bothers me.
So
I understand.
some women
I
need,
understand.
some women need, and I am a woman that I want, because if you leave me to, and this is the other thing, it goes back to that intuition thing. We know, you may not say it, but we can, if you are our partner and we're with you, we can kind of read between the lines, and we know when things are off, and you don't even have to say anything. It's what you didn't say that let us know what was missing, not
Okay.
necessarily what you said.
In the given situation that she just expressed, I need women to understand one thing. When guys make plans among guys, we made those plans with as few words as possible.
Now that
Y'all
I agree
answer
with. That I
questions
know.
about the situation.
Man,
We
we
didn't
going to
plan
the
for it.
bar. Yeah, what bar? Okay, what time we gonna meet? 7 o'clock. Okay, I'll see you there. All right, the end. I get that.
So when it comes to things like this, where are you gonna be, who all was there? All I can tell you is the person that called me or the few people that actually texted and said we're gonna be there. That's all I had. That was all I needed. Things go awry, bar may switch, whatever. We do that on the fly without even thinking about it. That's why you don't give all this information, because you want a full definite plan. I don't have that. Somebody calls, asks me, you want to go watch the game? Okay. I may not even set a time. I'll say I'm done with work at this time. That's all they got.
So when you
But
come
remember,
home,
oh, go ahead.
when you come home and you say,
Yes,
me, Reggie,
yes.
and Steve are going to the bar, right? And then you come home and I say, babe, how was it? Do you say,
Uh-huh.
well, me, Reggie, and Steve went, and a couple of other people showed up? Say, me and Reggie and Steve had a good time, and you roll over and go to sleep and pretend like nobody else did.
Because I'm not finna start extra fires where there don't need to be. It makes
Amen.
absolutely no sense.
See, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about you can save a lot of problems if you would have said, oh, so and so ended up showing up and, they did their own thing or blah, blah, blah. And you
No,
know what? That's
we're
not a
not gonna do
problem.
that.
About his girlfriend, and his girlfriend had her friend. I am telling you, that to me, when a man is transparent, like that is sexy. I'm sorry. That to me is I'm like, thank you. I appreciate it. We good. I ain't gonna fist pump him. I may give him a kiss on the forehead, a kiss on the neck.
You know what? Let me tell you guys one thing, and remember this: a man that give a lot of details is usually hiding something.
Exactly.
Trust me, I'm not kidding. I'm serious about this. If a man
Really?
comes,
That is interesting.
think
Tell me
about it.
more.
Think about it. Just think about it. All right. Let's put it this way. I go to a place and I know I've done something I wasn't supposed to do, and I came back home. Men, we are out. It's hard for us to hide things sometimes. You can tell. Like you said, you have an intuition. We'll be like, I know her. You know what? Let me come up with a story. Let me give her something exciting to hear. So she'll probably be happy and go to bed. Let's
This is funny.
No, trust me, I'm serious.
Yes, I know.
If a man comes up and start telling you talking too much, Be very careful. It's not tell there's something is holding into it. Like, let me give her as much information as possible so she can be happy and go to bed.
So she gonna be happy.
But a man that comes home and he just tell you was good, that man just had great fun. He had a lot of drink, probably is happy, just want to sleep. That's all. He just doesn't want to get into detail. He's tired, just want to sleep. The one that give a lot of details, you need to watch out for those.
We learned something tonight, didn't we?
Z, you're hilarious. He's just, hey, you know what? Men know men. So I'm gonna go ahead and listen to that one because I've had that happen actually. So yeah, that's happened.
Good feedback. Okay.
Be careful, Z. Don't give him too many secrets now.
I know. I need to start holding on some stuff. Sorry, I won't say much.
At least one more. We need one more secret.
No, I'm sorry. I already let a lot of people down with this one, so I don't think I will share one more.
You betrayed the boys club.
Hey,
The boys club. They're gonna be like, nobody was there. It was just me and Kevin. Because
I mean,
the $1 million secret.
I mean, those details that you guys are asking for, and you say, well, if I found out later, it made it worse. It still didn't stop the 24 to 72 hours of rest I got without having to give you some type of detail that was going to lead to a conversation that night.
So that's kind of selfish, Julian.
Not selfish.
Selfish.
I'm coming from a place of protection. You got to go to work tomorrow. I got to go to work tomorrow. We're not going to sit up 24 hours talking about this.
Okay.
I mean,
Then also
See,
one thing,
and Julie, you guys are hilarious.
then
I
one
think
thing,
they're hilarious.
women, the more detail you give, women like to hear some more. Am I wrong?
And what? And then
exactly.
what? And what happened after that?
Yes.
Oh, we want to know it all. We're like, and so you used the bathroom
And
at what time? And then you went back to the bar. Where did you drink when you went back? Did you order
Hey,
the same thing or did you order something different? How many did you order? Oh, okay.
But I thought you said that Mike didn't go.
oh yes,
That's
please.
why we ask all the questions, because we are usually trying to figure out if our intuition was telling us correctly or if you were.
We don't worry about inconsequential details. Like he says, we make those up if needed.
He said we make those up if we need to.
I don't know what to do with them, Julie.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. But it's true because I know I dated this one guy and one time he did come a couple times and I started noticing a pattern. He would be like more hyper and talk to me more. And then that would shut me up and I would go to bed because I would feel like he communicated to me enough and started telling me other stories. And later
and,
on I found out something else.
and guess what? That's what women want. And that takes me back to the dating pool that we mentioned earlier, about people not being honest
Being
and a
contaminated.
lot of things and being contaminated.
Z, you contaminated out there. That's what
Oh
this is.
no.
Z, it looks like you used to tell a lot of stories. He was contaminating the pool. Z contaminated the pool, y'all.
No,
That's why we're in these
these are
situations.
examples. These are examples.
Chlorine in there. See, no chlorine in the pool, huh?
Oh, no. I mean, do we struggle nowadays to embrace the differences between men and women? I wonder about that too when I see this so-called battle of the sexes everywhere. That's got to be hard on.
I think it is hard. I think it's really about being compatible and finding your compatibility match. And that having someone that makes, as a woman, and you say it all the time, having someone that makes you feel safe enough and not always on guard is important.
Hmm. I mean, but what about the simple compatibility, such as a man sees you, he creates a relationship, he loves what he finds, and that's just it. As you change, as you grow, as you, yeah, I guess grow, it doesn't change the way he loves you. I think with all the new influences, you look for a different way to be loved.
Well, again, it goes back to if my hollow hole is I need affection, and you have given me 15 years of I was lacking, and now my affection tank is full. And now my new tank needs to be full. And I'm just using an example is companionship because you've been giving me affection, but we didn't do a whole lot of going out. I didn't get out before. Now I'm at a point in life I'm ready to get out and socialize. That's not who you are. That's not your love language. That's not what you feel. And that is what I need. And I want to go out and get it. And maybe for you that was a trauma. You're like, I'm not down for that. That's not what I wanted. I didn't know that I needed that at the time because I was so empty in the other area that I was looking to fulfill. Now I'm trying to fulfill something else, but we're in conflict about it. How do you handle it?
Well, I think when men love, if we can do it safely and it's a new experience, it's not taking up any extra time that we have, it's really not a problem for us. Such as different point in our life, kids are grown or nobody in the house. It doesn't bother us to go do these things, or at least the type of men that I've been exposed to, because we're doing it now. What does get me is when people expect you to be as joyful about it as they are. I'm going simply to see the smile that you produce. Don't worry about the fact that I'm not laughing as hard or I'm not planning new events. That to me is the love part.
So don't expect any emotion. It could just go along.
I didn't say any emotion. I'm not a brick wall, but I'm just saying.
That's what I heard. I heard don't expect any emotion. If you get none, don't take it personal. They're
Why you
there.
putting on your makeup smiling? I'm necessarily not happy while I'm putting on my pants. I'm just ready to go.
I got you.
Let
Dang.
that be enough.
We ain't getting nothing from Julian. You're not getting nothing from Julian. Julian's just gonna give you the all you need to know is he loves you. That's all.
Exactly. It's an action thing. The fact that while you're so excited about this, the fact that I'm dressing without complaining, actually making sure we're on time, that's it.
Most important part. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it. Okay, anything else you want to talk about with the wonderful dating pool before we end our live? And thank you guys for joining, making the conversation interesting, fun, insightful.
Yes, I learned a lot. Now I'm gonna be paying attention. I gotta add that another sign. You're dating a rat monkey. I gotta add that to my list when they're
Right?
talking to.
Now explain that one. What was your
That's
thing?
Did
why.
you guys didn't go on my? You guys need to join my lives. I do one at 8 and I do one at 1. But you guys missed the 3 signs you're dating a rat monkey, and it can be a female or a male.
Oh
Okay.
yes. And you said at what time?
I do them at 8 in the morning. I'm Pacific time, so I'll do one at 8 and then like 1 in the afternoon,
So
around
10.
1 o'clock.
Okay, I will be on tomorrow at 10.
But tomorrow's not that one. But you can catch some of my I have highlights if you go on my thing, so you can see the rat monkey one. But
Yeah.
I need to add. I want to do this again on one of my lives.
Okay,
But
let's do
so
it.
let's think of something what we all want to talk about next time, and let's do it on one of my lives, because this is good, and it can be the same um topic, because this is a good topic right here. I never, and then the way you put it, contaminating the pool, I like that, because Z contaminated the pool, because he was the
Wow.
one that was telling them extra stories.
He put a little bit of zinger in there, didn't
I
he?
still want to know what the definition of a rap monkey is.
We're going to go see it right after we're done with this live. We're going to go look up the rat
You
monkey.
miss my 3 signs you're dating a rat monkey.
A
Okay?
rat monkey, and I'm gonna repost it and share.
Yes, 3 signs. There's a little one. So the first sign, I'll just tell you guys real quick since you're right here with me and y'all been so cool. The so when this came up because I dated a rat monkey. I kept attracting the same type of personality, because I think of it, the personality before you even know the character. That's why I'm so big about those two being two separate things, that we get them confused with our emotions. But anyways, so first thing of a monkey's tail, when I go to number 1, okay? They swing everywhere on the tree. So now think of it as a person. They're everywhere with everyone else but you. That's sign number 1. Sign number 2, they're emotionally unavailable. So, when you need them to show up for you, they have every excuse why they don't. But when it's time, now think of a rat, okay? But when it's something that they need, because you always have some cheese, some type of cheese that they want. And when they want their cheese, they come around and get their cheese. And after they get their cheese, they go back hiding in the dark and eat that cheese in the corner, okay? Then you think of sign number 3, okay? Now you picture a monkey and a rat in one, okay? And they're champions at gaslighting you, right? They're the same ones that are intuition or whatever be the sign, somebody calling on the phone, you question them and for their accountability, and they gaslight you. That's all they do. You're insecure, you're jealous, you're this. So I go over all those, but it can be a man, it can be a woman, right? I've been a rat monkey a few times.
I was
You know?
waiting. When you were describing it, I was like, "Ooh, I just finished a rat monkey." And I'm like,
Wow.
"Ooh, Julian, I was being a rat monkey."
See, I'm learning.
Oh, and I've been blaming somebody else, and I've been the one being a rat monkey.
Yeah, I do a lot of it's always worked for me as a life. When I did a lot of coaching and relationship life coaching, I started using that term. But my life coaching is different, because I'll use characters, I'll use movies. For some reason, rat monkey is the number one that will stick, and profoundly with women, because the symbol and the thought of it every time now when they would go out somewhere, well, you have that picture of a rat monkey in your mind, right? And now it makes it easier for you to spot those signs,
Yep. And you think
right?
about it, and you're like, "Yeah, yep." It really.
That's a rat monkey, and then I would go or call them roach mongers. There's a different type of people that you date. And again, it can be a guy, it can be a woman, but for some reason, symbolism and characters, I found stick more with the coaching. Also, it turns their pain into laughter, when they're going through the terms and the steps, it just starts making them laugh. So it's worked for me for so long, but now I'm teaching it on a different scale. And so for people, it's like, what's rat monkey? For me, I'm used to it, right? But people's never heard that term before. So yeah, that's what I use. I use a different type of technique when I'm coaching, but it's just always been so much more effective.
Rat monkey sticks. Yeah. You think about a rat and a monkey. That combination is just
And those
wild.
visuals, and you said you're a visual learner, right? Most people are. So
Yep.
I give them that visual, the picture, which you'll see on my what do you call it? You know what I'm talking, my profile. When you see it, you see him in his little suit, and he's smooth talker too. But and then I put females there too because a female, like I said, I've been a rat monkey a couple of times. We all have rat monkey characteristics at time, but again, it goes by consistency. Are they consistently this way? You know what I mean?
Hey,
Yeah.
learned a new term.
And the other one,
Julian, you don't sound like a rat monkey, Julian.
what kind of roach was the second one? What kind of roach?
So the next time I do, well, it's going to be on roach mongers.
Roach mongers. That sounds like a whoremonger. So what? A roach that hoards?
Well, think about the characteristic of roaches, right?
Yes,
And
yeah.
think about what they do, and just think about that, and then think about people in your life that have those same type of characteristics.
Okay.
Wow.
Mongers.
Think about what does a roach do? Why don't we like roaches?
Because they're filthy.
What else?
What
They
do
crawl.
they crawl really fast and they're just nasty.
What happens when you turn on the light?
They scatter.
Thank you.
Dang.
Wow. See,
A roach monger. I like
you have
that.
very frightening phrases.
Yeah, but they
So
stick.
you'll remember it. You'll remember that.
You will not forget it because what does light do? Expose the darkness.
It does.
That's a more deeper than a rat monkey. You know, it's more their personality. Just don't expect them because they don't even show up for themselves. You know, so if they don't show up for themselves, they sure as hell ain't gonna show up for you. So that's a different thing, you know. And most of us, like I said, we're dating or waking up with one because just by those character traits that I just gave you, right? But a roach monger, those are worse.
Wow.
Those are worse.
When are we talking about roach mongers?
Well, I'm letting rat monkey stick right now because I just did that 2 days ago, but I'll probably do a thing on that next week. And I would like for you guys to be on
I
with
would
me.
love to be on with you. Absolutely. Yeah. And I'll join. So are you doing one tomorrow at 8 Pacific, 10 Central?
Yeah, eight in the morning. I'm going to be doing one, and then I'm still learning how to work this. I just started, y'all. I've only been doing this for like couple of weeks now, a week or two. So, you know, I'm still learning how to navigate this. So I don't know. I'll probably like reach out to you and tell you how do I like if it says invite, how do I invite you on and stuff like that? Because I've seen it come up on my thing, but I'm afraid to push it because I don't know who I'm inviting.
Gotcha.
You guys got me. But yeah, so that way y'all can chime in on it. So I'll set it up and then I'll give you guys the outline of what I'll be talking about. And that way you'll have it at hand. And then you guys can think about how you want to come in on it.
Okay.
All right.
Right? That way it's not just something. That way you can think about how you want to chime in on it. And that way we can have a great discussion. Do you folks want to do it at my 8 a.m. or 1 o'clock p.m.?
I'm with her. Probably the 8 o'clock. Works
Because it's
better.
2 o'clock for us. Yep. Early.
Okay, so we'll do the 8 a.m. So I'll have is there anything you wanted, you folks, you want to carry this conversation to tomorrow morning since I think that would be cool.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. So yeah, I'll jump on. We got it.
Okay, so just I'll create an outline for us and then I'll have it ready and send it to y'all.
Cool. Okay. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10.
You know, because I like structure.
Next exterminator. Killing a roach.
Yes, I use the exterminator method to do coaching. Okay, we spray first and ask questions later. You gotta spray them cockroaches away, honey. Don't be.
Roach mongers. I love that.
You gotta make them all scatter, baby. Make them all scatter.
Here, get them out of the way. Be like,
Yeah, spray first, ask questions later.
I like that. So yes, we will see you tomorrow at 10. Thank you guys again for a great conversation. We'll continue
This was a
to-
great conversation. Yeah, I like this one.
Yep. you to jump on again so he can give us some more fill in.
Have a great night. Thank you so much.
You too. Good night.
Good night.